Today I want to share a scripture that I thought I understood it, but I actually just this morning as I was having my quiet time got a whole different understanding of it. And this scripture is in Matthew chapter 5 verse 23. And in Matthew chapter 5 verse 23 it says that when you come to the altar or when you come to church and then you realize that your brother has something against you, leave your gifts at the altar, go back and be reconciled with your brother. Now, all this while, the way that I had thought about this scripture is when you come to the altar and then you realize that you have something against somebody, then go and reconcile with the person. But when I read it closely today, it says that when you come to the altar and you realize that your brother has something against you, you go and reconcile with your brother. So what difference does it make? Well, if you know that your brother has something against you, then you know that an incident has happened that has made your brother or your sister or your friend or somebody unhappy. And so when you realize that, okay, something I said has made this person unhappy and I am aware of it, then leave your gifts, go back and be reconciled with it. In other words, you recognize it that, okay, I have offended somebody or that something I did made my brother so mad. I need to take the initiative and go and reconcile with somebody. So the question is that I have for you today is that, is there anybody in your life right now that you need to reconcile with? Maybe it's an old wound, maybe it's an old friend. You said something, you behaved in a certain way that actually hurt your brother, and you know it, but maybe it's not completely resolved. Then you recognizing that your brother or your sister is or your friend is still hurting because of that incident, you take that initiative and go and reconcile with that person. I think that this is Jesus speaking, right? This is Jesus. The words directly coming from the mouth of Jesus. And in Jesus' standards, reconciling takes a lot. And he's calling you to make the first step to reconcile when you realize that your action has made someone uncomfortable. Today, I hope that you can reflect on the scripture and maybe take some time. Maybe all it takes is a phone call. Pick up the phone call and call somebody and then have that sincere conversation and be apologetic about it. How do you apologize? First, recognize what it is that you said that was wrong. Accept that you said it and then ask for forgiveness. Those are the steps that you're able to. Taking responsibility for what you do is one of the best ways to reconcile. Stay blessed.